What's up everyone? So this is the BMW 750 Li F01 series. Yes, another BMW in the family. So let's go over this car, shall we? So first of all, this is the Li. So for those who don't know, the Li model is the extended wheelbase. So this is a big car.
The 7 Series is a full-size luxury sedan, and this is the black sapphire metallic color, as you see.
When we say Li, we mean plenty of space inside. So nice seats right there, and there's even a little footrest for people to put their feet on. Isn't that convenient? Got nice little AC controls in the back. Some nice leather quality. Some of the best I've ever seen in a car, of course.
In the back, we have power shades, and these power shades go up and down by pressing the button, and they cover the whole window, which is pretty cool. There's also a power shade in the back, so the driver can put a shade in the back window as well. The middle seat has a little armrest that comes down, and if you open up the top, you have a little compartment. And then on the end over here, you have 2 cup holders for the rear passengers.
So if you're chauffeuring someone and they want to do their makeup, there's a little button here that brings the makeup. So you have a little window here that clicks into different parts with the light. So if I wanted to do my makeup, I can just do my blush a little bit. There's also a vent for the AC in the back. There's also 2 charging ports back here. So 2 people can actually charge their phones at the same time or connect devices.
The 2 front seats are very luxurious and very comfortable. And the whole front end just looks really nice. There's a nice wood trim here, and this trim goes pretty much to the center, and even the little strip here goes to the back. If we press this button, the front seat gives you a massage. The massage is kind of only on the butt, not the back, but still nice.
So the seats have many different ways to adjust. So this one adjusts this little support right here, which is nice. You got your seat to go forward and back. This can also be used to tilt the seat. And then we have this one right here that makes adjust the headrest. You can even tilt the seat back and forth. And if you want, you can also change this, of course. Kind of like an airplane in a way, to hold your head in. Inside the car, we have a half analog and half digital instrument cluster. The car features a CD player here, and if you look here, we have the nice little shifter. We have remotes here, some buttons here, thing. And of course, we have our nice little hard drive system here that controls everything you need. Or sport mode, and basically it changes the way the car handles. So there's sport, sport plus, which turns off the traction control, normal, and comfort mode. Inside the front we have our cup holders, and here we have our sunglass rack. This is one of my favorites. There's a lock here, so you can lock this, and then if you open it, you have a nice little BMW phone. You have a USB and aux there, a little lock in the back. On the front we have heated seats, and we also have cooled seats. These are both on at the same time. Don't know how that's going to work. And one issue I want to start off with is the paint. This is a very common issue on these cars, not just the 7 Series, but basically all of BMWs around this era. So I've had this issue with my 128i, my 328i E90, which is in my other video, that has this exact same issue. And I'm kind of surprised that BMW went with this type of print. This is a 7 Series, you expect better quality, but the buttons are the same that they got in the 3 Series quality-wise. They still have the issues, so that was kind of a disappointment. But overall, all the other buttons, they actually feel pretty premium. They don't feel as cheap as my E90 at least, although that is an older model, but still. So we got a glove box right here, decent size. Then here, if you press this button, we have a secret little compartment. So you can put your secret stash of whatever you want to hide, of course. So this camera button, when I click it, basically shows you a side view of the car along with the radars. Oh look, there's a car moving right now actually. The steering wheel is very high quality, feels great, and we have the heating and the tilt controls to tilt. So here we have the lane change assist, which has a little light right there. That light turns on when there's a car next to you. And this is the crash warning device. So there's a radar sensor in the front that lets you know on the on-screen display when there's a car in front of you. This one is the lane departure warning, so if you're not in the lane, the steering wheel will actually start shaking a bit, letting you know you're not in the lane. This is night vision, so when you press this, you get a nice night vision view. So there's also a interesting feature here called Pedestrian Detection. Now, you can see a bus moving up ahead there. So if there was a pedestrian, we'll be able to see them here. This button is the on-screen display. So as you can see the on-screen display. So I can toggle it on and off, which is nice. There's a nice we press this button, they close by themselves. So this car has the Logic 7 sound system, and basically there's a lot of options. We've got treble, bass, there's an equalizer, which is pretty nice, and there's also a surround. So let's see how the sound system sounds. So it can get pretty loud. There's 2 subwoofers under the seats, so you can definitely feel the bass, which is nice. And everyone gets speakers. There's 4 speakers in the back, and there's 2 here on the door. There's tweeters right here, and then of course the subwoofers in the front. So lots of speakers, pretty good sound system, and plenty of ways to tweak it, so not bad.
This specific model has the M package, so you'll see some M emblems around, and man, those are some big wheels, right? One of my favorite features is the button here, which operates the power tailgate. The trunk opens by itself, and the trunk has a pretty good amount of space. And pressing this button will close the trunk and also lock the car at the same time.
Let's take a look at the engine bay, shall we? Look at that massive engine. That is a twin-turbo V8 BMW engine. Let's just admire this for a second here. So, does it gas? Let's find out. It's pretty fast. It's not that bad. It has 401 horsepower, but unfortunately the car is really heavy, so it's fast, but the weight kind of makes it a little bit slower. I think the 0 to 60 is 5.1 seconds on this exact model. So overall, the ride quality is very nice. It's really smooth, and very quiet. You wouldn't think this is a V8 twin turbo engine at all, which is something I really like about this car. Is it's basically like a sleeper, really. When someone tries to yoke you on the streets and you press on the gas, that twin turbo kicks in, you know. That's the best. People looking at you like, what the heck just happened? Yeah, that's honestly the best. The ride quality is truly nice on this car, and it's probably one of the best that I've had. So definitely say that this was a nice ride quality. I see G, hey. Yeah, I just saw someone I knew, so we could probably just delete that later. Anyways, the way it handles, it's bulky, but let's go around this corner. It can handle. It could definitely handle, even though it's a bulky car. That's what I like about this car. It's kind of like an all-in-one, you know. Someone behind me tried to do the same thing. Oh, there's our E46 chilling right there. So when parking, if I press this button, you can see here a 360-degree view of the car, which I think is pretty cool. And then, of course, you can switch back to the backup camera to see the back. And it has like the little parking distance controls. Alright, so let's go over some of the problems with the car. First of all, let's talk about how much money I put into this car. So the base price of this car, this is a 2011 750 Li. It had around 72 or 74,000 miles, somewhere around there. We got it for $14,000. We were told that everything works, so you know how that is, right? Within a few days, we got a drivetrain malfunction. Guess what? We needed a new transmission. That cost $5,800. So now we have $14,000 plus $5,800. Guess what? These engines are known for oil consumption. There's actually a care package going on right now. Or I guess you can still do the care package. So the N63 engine, I believe this was, the V8 twin turbo. It's not just the 7 series, the 6 series, 5 series, any of the series that use this engine have a service bulletin basically, we had to get the engine replaced. We paid $3,500 because we were within the 70 to 80,000 bracket, mileage bracket. So we paid $3,500, and this has a new engine, which is basically a recertified engine, really. But yeah, so that's $3,500, $5,800 for a transmission, $14,000 for the car. So what else? Radiator. We had to get the radiator replaced and the expansion tank, which was new. So that also adds to the cost. And then I think there's one more thing that was replaced. The fuel filter had to replace, and the pressurizer, I think, something like that. Anyways, yeah, so those are all the things that need to be replaced on this car. We've owned it only for about it's been less than a year, I think. So yeah, so if you do buy one of these, do make sure you have the money to maintain it and to do any of the repairs that are needed, because they're really nice cars. I really didn't like the 5 and 7 series cars because I never really knew much about them. I was always a 3 series person, but after owning one of these, I can definitely say that they're very cheap. Their value has gone down a lot, so you can get them really cheap. But do make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, because as I said, we've already spent a lot of money on this car. But they're fun to drive, they're very luxurious. This car has a 105,000 MSRP, and it's fully loaded almost. It almost has all the features that you really can. So if you find one, get it, enjoy it. Let me know if you have any comments, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.